If you're a career coach or consultant and you guide clients to elevate their professional roles, this demo shows you how to better support your client transformations. In this demo, I will show you a high-performing professional who wants to change direction. He wants to do it consciously, responsibly, and without burning bridges with anybody. He is excited about going into a managerial role and stepping away from the action after many years. Yet, is he really ready for it? Let's map him. So here we have a person with sales experience on the ground, doing calls, appointments, follow-ups, negotiations, closing deals for 20 years, right? So now he's been proposed to lead a team and be like a sales manager, director, coordinator. And you're his coach or his consultant, and you're like, okay, well, this is great. He's excited. You're excited. This is really fantastic. But let's see, is he really ready to do that, to step into that role? And I tell you, this map tells me he isn't. This map shows me that he is indeed a great salesman. He's quick. He's got good communication. He's very proactive, and he has a really high internal locus of control. He just goes and gets it, right? He goes and gets it done. He's got good sales beliefs and ideas about sales. He's very influential. And he's very charismatic. He's also got good ethics. So probably his success as a sales person has come from the fact that he has taken care of his clients. Let's look at his relationships. So his relationship behaviors are also good. He's chatty and he kind of talks easily with everybody. He's also extremely good at listening and discussing and managing controversial conversations with anybody, and this helps him greatly, added to the fact that he's charismatic, that he's good at sales, and he is an ethical person. It works, right? And so he wants to now move from a solo game to a team game. So getting the same results or hitting the KPIs or hitting the targets through people, because he's not going to be on the streets and on the phone closing deals. He's going to have to do that through his team, right? If he takes this job. So let's have a look at his managerial competencies. Well, first of all, we would have to work on this. So you, as his coach, would see that he is not very good at managing his time and managing his space and keeping things organized. And he's also not very good at coordinating people, and he's also not very good at collaborating with people because he's been playing a solo game for so long. So sharing tasks, sharing KPIs, sharing deadlines with other people will drive him insane, because he's really quick to go towards his objective or his result or his goal. He doesn't really have a lot of empathy, though, to really put up with someone who is, who's slowing him down, or who is not really working in the way that he's working or adapting to what he wants to achieve, right? So as a coach, you would want to, let's get rid of some of these because they become confusing after a while. So as a coach and his consultant or his coach, you would want to intervene here. So work on empathy. Work on connecting to his people, because his people are those who are going to get him the KPIs and who are going to get him to the end goal. He's not going to get there by himself anymore. Then we want to work on time management, and not just his time management, but the management of the times and to-do lists and planners of his team as well, because he's going to be responsible for them. So he needs to have a stellar planning capacity. Then we want to work on his self-discipline, because while he was running after deals and closing them and bringing them home, he was on top of his game. But now he needs to be organized enough for himself and everybody else. And also he needs to be disciplined to close all the action cycles for himself, but also for his team. So if somebody in his team is supposed to go and do 5 appointments that day, he needs to have that marked somewhere, and he needs to follow up and close that with his team member. And this guy doesn't know how to do that. Not for himself, not for his team member. So that's something that he needs to learn. He will learn it because he's extremely active, and he's a doer. So with your guidance and that precisely points him into these directions, he will definitely do it. But you see how having this type of precision tool in your portfolio of tools helps you incredibly save a lot of time and get him faster and better results. So your client might want something he's not ready for, and the precision of the EPA test, of the behavior map, really helps you help him get them much faster and in a much more precise way. All the while, you are helping him grow and evolve into a better version of himself. So if you're curious about integrating this tool, the EPA test, into your practice, let's have a conversation.